Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to show you how to create this crackers animation in the app Hipaint. I'll be giving step-by-step instruction, brush details, also the color palette details in this video. So don't skip the video anywhere. Let's get started. Here, I'm going to open the new canvas. In that, I'm going to use the 3:4 ratio, and if you want full size that covers the entire screen, you can go for a screen size. And here is the color palette I'm going to use. For the background, I'll be using blue and purple. So I want this purple and pink. So at the bottom I want the pink color, so I have chosen the pink color, and this is my first layer, and I'm going to click on the gradient. Whatever color I choose, that color will be coming at the bottom. So I wanted the pink color at the bottom, so I chose pink, and click on this small color point at the top of the panel and choose the purple color and adjust the panel so that it exactly fits the screen. And now I'm going to move these layer to the bottom, and that's going to be our background, so it's going to be constant. So in this new layer, I am going to use the ballpoint pen brush and use the white color to make the little mapping that we're going to use for this entire animation. So this is how the bomb or the cracker comes from down to the top, and it's going to blast here, and then the blasted parts will be thrown out in this way. So this is the little mapping. So this will help us a lot in creating the movement or the animation better. So make sure you do that, and remember, this will not come in the final outcome. So this is only for our reference, and you can rename this layer if you want. I'm going to rename this as mapping. So at the end we can just delete this layer or hide this layer. Once you hide this layer, it will not come the final outcome. So now I'm going to create a group, and I'm going to rename this group as crackers, and inside this group I'll be creating layers for the cracker. And so I just already created a layer and just dragging that layer inside the group. Just drag and drop inside the group, it will get added. And for the bomb, I'm going to use the yellow color and ballpoint pen brush. Just make a small circle and fill it with the leaf option. You don't need to always use the bucket tool or drop tool. When you make the shapes like this, just click on the leaf and you can make. Now I want to make a rectangle, so simply make a rectangle randomly. As we have the shape recognition option in Hipaint, we can make it easy to create shapes easily. So now I'm going to adjust the anchor points and place it like this. Adjust if you want further, and either you can fill the shape with leaf option or otherwise use this drop color option. Now I'm going to fix this corner. It is quite sharp, so I want it to be like a molded one. So I'm just shaping it further using the leaf brush. And if you feel this is too big for the entire screen, just adjust using the transform tool like this. Also, if you have any shape issue, then you can use the distort option to or deform option to change the shape. Now switch on this lock transparent pixel. We have to add details for this. So I'm going to use medium nozzle brush and this color pink, something like between pink and red. As we have switched on the lock transparent pixel, these details will not come outside the shape. So that's the big thing about this, because we don't have any other details in this layer. We only have this cracker. So simply switch on this lock transparent pixel. Because why I'm not using multiple layer is because if we keep on creating more layers for the basic things, and again for animation we're going to create so many layers, so at the end the Hipaint app will start hanging because of too many layers. So avoid making too many layers. So here I'm going to give a little highlight using the same brush, and yeah, so it looks really plain. So I want to add a little more details, and I'm just creating a clipping layer with blending mode. I think that's hue blending mode, and here I'm going to use this color. Again, if you don't want to create if you don't want to use any blending mode or any other thing, simply add a detail. Just keep on with that layer, don't move for a separate layer. As I'm using different blending mode here, I'm choosing a separate layer for this one, and I'm erasing this part using this ballpoint pen eraser. And yeah, cracker is ready. Now I'm going to add a thread that is coming out from this cracker. I don't know what they call it as, but let's call it as thread. So I'm going to use white color like this, and switch on the lock transparent pixel. Now choose the same pink color that we used for the shading, and make lines like this. For creating a little bit shadow effect, I'm going to use the medium nozzle brush again. So filling one side of this thread with that color like this. Little bit of highlight here. Just use the white color, reduce the opacity of a ballpoint pen brush, and you can add highlight easily without creating new layer. So also I feel like I should add a little bit of highlight here like this. Now one more layer. So here I'm going to add the fire. So I'm using yellow color and leaf brush for this. This is an easy way to add fire. And just on the lock transparent pixel, use the same pink color or a little bit darker, like reddish color, and use the medium nozzle brush, add shading like this. So adding some more lights here and there. Yeah, now the fire detail is done. Now you can merge these two layers into a single layer so that for animation it will be better. So now what we can do is, this is going to be our background. So to create a group, drop these two layers inside the group. One we have the gradient background, another we have the mapping, and you can rename this as background group. And this is actually going to be our background. Now you can simply duplicate this cracker, keep one aside, so that if you have any, sometimes if you need that, then you can make use of that. So I'm just renaming this as cracker reference and going to move this to the bottom, hide this layer, so we don't need that anymore. If you want, we can make use of it. And now we have these two, and now I'm going to switch on the create animation. Now if you see, if you play that, it will be like this. Now what you have to do is, this is our background, so I'm just hiding this mapping layer. So this is our background. I'm going to switch on the background option. Just click on the frame, you will get the option like background, switch on that. Now we have only frame, this one is the frame. Now I'm going to draw in the reverse manner, like now it's at the top, but actually the animation is like it's coming from the bottom to the top. So what I'm going to do is, before that I'm going to merge the cracker and fire and the thread layer together, so that I'll actually going to move that. Now simply move that to the top bottom, because when we light the cracker, after some times it will move, start firing, and when it reach the cracker, it start blasting. So that's the thing. So I just duplicated this cracker layer, and I'm going to use in the reverse manner. So use the cracker which is on the left side, use the frame which is on the left side, and make changes like this in the reverse way. Just place, and also you can go to the fire layer, move it little bit to the top like this, and now this is the new layer. Just duplicate this, and I'm going to use this layer now. And now again same thing, so till it reach the bottom of the canvas, same process again and again. Just rotate the cracker and adjust the size little bit. Also you can see the movement from bottom to the top. Also go to this layer, and here I'm going to use the fire and move it a little bit to the top. Now duplicate, go to this layer, and I'm going to move this. So always make sure what is your direction of flow of the object, and make layers or the frames accordingly. Here you may get confused why I'm doing in reverse manner. Like if I create a new frame, it should come on the right side, and I'll be using the new frame, but at the right side. But here you can see the first created frame is on the right side, and I'm just moving in the reverse pattern. I'm just using the leftmost frame or the layer we created and doing the process. So this is the thing, just move it like this. Yeah, now you can see the movement. Again same process. After we finished this movement of the cracker, and once it started blasting, we going to move forward, which means after that we'll be creating layers at the top, and we'll be creating the light effects. Maybe the speed looks very fast now, but after we completed the animation, we can adjust the speed, all those things, so no worries about that. Almost, we're going to finish this one. Yes, so now we can see, I'm just hiding that mapping layer and start this. Now you can see in just few minutes we completed this movement of the cracker, and you can see the rotation, also the fire. As we go from the bottom to the top, the fire moves toward the cracker, and at that point it's going to blast. So now we are at the rightmost layer or the frame. Now create a new layer, just click on the plus and you'll have the new layer. Now I'm going to create the light effects for the blast. So again I'm going to draw this same fire shape. Move it like this towards the cracker, make it bigger. And here you can add the, as you can see, the mapping is more different from the glass we have created. So you can simply go back to the mapping layer and move it to the top. Now go to the 2B pencil, add a little bit of light effect like this. Now here I'm going to add few more details. Yes, we done this. And I'm going to create another layer, add some little light that comes out from this blast using the leaf brush. Now using darker shade of the red and using the blade brush, I'm going to fill like this. Make sure you don't leave any gap before using this color fill option. Okay, now you can see it came out really well, and I'm going to continue this. So here I'm going to make it smaller and like this. Now here, so I'm going to create 4 to 5 layers for this thing. And so I have reduced the size of this outer orange color detail. One more time. So it's like disappearing at this moment from big like a big smoke to a very small one and disappear. So yeah, this looks really good. Now I also going to add some fire detail that came out of this blast. So going back to this layer, and here we have already mapped some path for that moment, and here I'm going to move this a little bit, so it should not be a background one. Move it a little bit to the top and make it as background, and here it blast. So here from the blast to the next few layers, I'm going to add that light detail that come out in this part. So here, for all these layers, I'm going to add details. For creating detail, I'm going to create a group, drop each layer inside that group like this, and inside each group I'm going to create another layer for drawing that part. So do this in this way to avoid confusion about animation. It's really important how you manage the layers frame to create your frame. So make sure you do this in this way. So here in this group I'm going to create another layer inside this. So it is a group. For animation it's a single frame, remember that. So I'm using yellow color like this and using bleed brush. So in all the parts I'm going to start that movement. So I'm using 3 different colors like yellow, blue and green. You can also some other colors like pink or red like that. So I'm starting in each path. Yellow color this way. Now go to the next frame, which means the next group. Create another layer inside that group, and here already we have the points here. Now we have moving forward, so in that way just draw the shape next to that one. Here you can see, here we have here, and so for these two are different colors. So make sure where you use which color. So for some path I have used blue, so here I used green, and go back to your previous frame to know where you left the details. So here we have it here. So I'm going to use yellow color. And here if you play, you have a little light comes out like this. You can see a difference. So again I'm going to create a new layer in the new group and move forward. So here we have, and we have to move further. You can try different shape, like lengthening the shape, then keep it small like a dot, or you can also try like this, like a ribbon shape like this. And here I'm keeping like a ribbon again. So here we have the green color here. Here. Next, in this layer I'm going to here. So the same process again and again. So I'm keeping the video fast. Make sure you follow these steps. So let's go. Okay, we done up to this, and here our blast group ends. So after this we have to create a new layer outside this group and start making layers one by one and continue with the details like this. Again, create a new layer or new frame, continue with this process. So here we can see we have the blast detail only in that layer. So here I feel like the number of small particles that is coming out of the blast is very less. So I just added few more details like this just by creating our own path. So yeah, we can also add so many lights like this easily. Just go back to these layers and do that. So here I'm going to add another path like this. Yeah. So here we can see it comes in this way, and here it blurs, and next layer we don't see any light effects. So what I'm going to do is go to that frame, go to the new layer that we have created inside that group where we have these lights particles coming out. So what I'm going to do is, so here I'm going to do the duplicate layer option and do the Gaussian blur to make it glow. So for that duplicate layer I'm going to use the add blending mode. So in the same way here I'm going to duplicate this, make sure you use the add blending mode, and using the medium nozzle brush in that newly created add blending mode layer I'm going to create a little flashlight which is less than that of the previous one, and then use the Gaussian blur around 40 to 50% is good. Same process again. Here I'm going to add a little bit, just duplicate this layer. So for all other parts that we have, we can simply just duplicate it and make it as add blending mode, and then you can simply use the Gaussian blur so that all the light particles that coming out the blast will glow. So yeah, we are almost done. If you feel the animation is too fast, then go to its settings, which is available at the bottom. Now click on this, and if you want to change it to ping pong or one shot, you can try. Just increase the frames per second and see how it works. I feel like I don't want too fast or too slow like this, so I'm keeping it like between 10 to 15 is good for this animation, and we don't need to look on this onion skin. And here I'm exporting as GIF, and here comes the final look. Here you can see how it flows. Hope you like this. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Bye.